For the record, I said I will corrupt your war. Like I say, Berlin and Europe was basically one giant war zone for a minute. There was fighting everywhere. There was carpet bombing at 9 o'clock, punctual every day, for a little while. It seemed like 2 or 3 years of solid war or something like that. Um, and that's when things got different for me. Like I said, my people had been joking and laughing and saying things like this is normal, this is life, and we are used to this. So they did something. I'm not exactly sure what at that point in time, and things changed for me. Like I say, became I just went from being a leader and a person of an inventor and stuff, and Berlin was being bombed, and there was fighting in the streets, and there was a coffee shop where almost both sides would actually go for coffee. Like it was almost like it seemed almost. I think there was two coffee shops. One was, or there was a coffee and a thing like they were the two sides were like right there. They would like return fire at each other like every day or something like it was surreal. It was really surreal. Rubble everywhere and fighting, and it was like chaos. And then things just got different. Like I went like, and all of a sudden I was like, like things got really, 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 really strange for me. Like I was like I went from being a person or a leader to basically just being, I guess you could say, everywhere, like a mist. I became like a mist. And like I was like it was really a strange experience for me because all of a sudden, like I say, I was like a mist. I was inside of people, I was a part of people, I was just changing in everywhere. Like it was like it's almost like being on drugs, I guess you could say. Like all of a sudden it's like it's like going from being a leader to being missed, I guess. You know, I just kind of floated around like I was moving to America or something like that. And like I was becoming part of something, and all of a sudden things were just different. Like immense power and immense control, and just like going from being in time and space. I can't really describe it. It's like I became a part of people and just kind of floated to America. And when I was floating to America, like a mist, I was just, like I said, my people were laughing and happy and joyful, and I didn't understand why with all the death and destruction. And they're like, it's okay. It's going to be fine. I was like, no, it's not. and, but all of a sudden, like I say, it was like suddenly getting a shot of adrenaline plus like methamphetamine and ecstasy all at the same time. Like I went into like some other thing where I was just like, and things were just like, and America was going from was going from being the Republic of Washington or something to suddenly being America. And it was like I was a mist rolling over the earth, I guess you could say. And I felt this intense, extreme feeling of just togetherness with my people, like I was a part of them. Like I was not a person anymore or a life form. I was my people, literally. Like my people and me were like inseparable for a minute. Like I could almost feel them inside, or feel, you know, it was really weird. It was really the weirdest, most intoxicating, most crazy feeling I had ever felt as I went to America or something like that. Like it's, I can't even describe it. It's like being a part of thousands or millions of people. Like I was inside them, I was a part of them, I was in their minds, I was in their thoughts, I was all of them at the same time or something. And then coming into America, and America was just like changing and becoming America, and my people were coming with me. That's the only way I can describe it. It was the most psychedelic, strange experience of my life, because I was going from the depths of sorrow and despair and just like crying, and like it was like my heart had, like at Berlin, my heart had broken and I was shattered into a million pieces. And I had no hope after 100 years of building and encouraging and saying, there's hope, we can do this, we can do this. And I felt like I had been saying that to people and guiding people and adjusting and convincing people that civilization and this was possible. And then with the bombing of Berlin and everything, it was like, I was like, you're right, it's not possible, there's nothing but death and destruction all around us. Just put me out there so I can end this. And that's when my people just got joyous and just said no. And it was just weird. It was just like that's kind of how it felt for me. There was just war all throughout Europe. It was almost like there was just shooting in the streets, shooting here, shooting there, just constant shooting, and not too many casualties, but it was like each group was kind of pinned down a little bit, and just there were sporadic little shots and death squads were roaming around. It was pretty bad for a minute. It was weird. And then like I say, I was ordering ships to Europe to pull people to America, and afterwards, and I don't know. That's the best I can describe it. That's the way that's how it felt for me. I remember my people. I remember the coffee shop. I remember my people leaving what's Britain or Berlin, and going out into the world, like different wagon trains just going out, and then that's kind of the last moment I remember, really, almost. Like maybe some other stuff, but I was broken, like I say. And then I was a part of my people, and I was I mean, technically I was rich. I mean, I should have been rich, but rich of what? My factories were in rubble. The whole city was in rubble. I estimate at least half my people were dead already, with the destruction that I was seeing in Berlin. I was like, half my people have to be dead. Probably more. You know, there's no way to recover from this, I thought. You know, I mean, my people could rebuild, but why? They're just going to keep bombing us. So. And then, like I say, after that, there were people saying, "Give us your leader, and we'll stop killing," and just lining people up and shooting them in the back of the head. So, and I was like, "Hand me over to them." That's when I was in that one little base in Germany, and they're like, "They're coming for you." And I was like, "Let them come, fine. Let them kill me finally. Let this end." And I guess next thing I know, the British people, the British Special Forces has me in Britain, and then I'm going to America afterwards or something like that. I don't really know. It was like a bad dream after that. Just things were changing, and you know, it was like floating through time and space, or floating through reality. So I don't even know what the hell was going on, to tell you the truth. I was just doing what I could, and mostly doing damage control. So anyway, and then I found myself in control of America, and I was ordering ships across and doing all kinds of stuff in America. I was like, all right, that's it, I'm over here. Come. And I was like pulling everyone I could from Europe, and just getting as many ships to pick up people from Europe and bring them to America. As many people as I possibly could. And filling up America. Like overnight, there was just constant stream of ships coming into America, as far as I knew.